Hey, what's up, y'all? Billy Badass Butter. Billy Badass Butter TV, man. Hear ye, man. I gotta do it like this. I gotta do my little video like this because it's about Elon Musk and his drug use, his out of control drug use. And me doing the short or a remix just ain't gonna do it no justice. So we gonna watch these clips and y'all gonna watch it with me. So let's get it. Feel me? Let's go. Which one we gonna watch first? Oh, I want y'all to see him tweaking first. Let's watch him tweak first.
Well, it's a very sad case. It's a case we win.
While Trump talking.
We have the right to make grants. We're not going to make any grants like that. But I don't think
this weirdo.
Acting very nicely. I think Colombia wants to get to the bottom of the problem. They've acted very well. And there are other institutions.
This weirdo shit, bro.
Trying to be
Tweaking. And he got a black eye.
3 days we find another 100.
I bet y'all didn't notice that in the last news clip. I bet y'all didn't notice he had a black eye. We gonna get to that too. Right? He's tweaking, man, and moving all weird and shit, like a 5-year-old kid, man. But he tweaking though. No, that was tweakage. He didn't even know. Cross my arms, uncross them, stand still, rock, and the whole time the press, the news people right there. It's a room full. They in the Oval Office. You know what I mean? They in the Oval Office, man. Oh, gotta go back. I went too far. So, we're gonna watch him.
Thank you, President Trump. The president mentioned that you had to deal with all the slings and arrows during your time at DOGE. There's this.
Well, some of the people, some of the media organizations in this room were the slingers.
Well, so there is a New York Times report today that accuses you of blurring the line between.
Is the New York Times? Is that the same publication that got a Pulitzer Prize for false?
Pause. Notice how Elon thinks that he can out-talk the press. He don't answer the question. He thinks that he can just keep talking and then bully him and then say some lie. No, the New York Times, let him finish his sentence, because he gonna tell a lie and then we gonna debunk it right here in real time. We're going to fact check in real time.
Reporting on the Russiagate. Is it the same organization?
I got to check my Pulitzer.
I think it is. It is. I think the judge just ruled against the New York Times for their lies about the Russiagate hoax, and that they might have to give back that Pulitzer Prize.
That's bullshit. Donald Trump wanted to sue the New York Times for reporting on his connection to Russia in 2016. And he also wanted to sue the Pulitzer Prize board for giving the Pulitzer Prize to the New York Times. But I looked that up. I looked it up to see if there was a lawsuit that a judge, like Elon said, that a judge just awarded or just told the New York Times that they had to give the Pulitzer Prize back. Let's check it out. I said, okay, Google, show me the New York Times lawsuit. Where? No, wait. January 12, 2024. Judge orders Donald Trump to pay the New York Times nearly $400,000 in legal fees. Huh? Wait. Trump ordered to pay here's another one, CNBC. Trump ordered to pay the New York Times over the lawsuit. So there that man sat, Elon Musk sat right there in the Oval Office and told that lie. But that was just, that's called filibuster. Let's watch it again in real time. Peter Ducey asked this man a question about his drug use. About his drug use that the New York Times just reported on. That's the question. Let's watch it again.
Thank you, President Trump. The president mentioned that you had to deal with all the slings and arrows during your time at DOGE. There's this New
Well,
York
some of the people, some of the media organizations in this room were the slingers.
Well, so there is a New York Times report today that accuses you of blurring the line between.
Is the New York Times, is that the same publication?
Elon Musk didn't even let Peter Ducey get the question out. The question was going to be blurred the lines between using the medication as a prescription for health reasons and abusing the medication like a drug addict, right? He don't let him get the question out. He gonna filibuster and then throw some lies in there and then laugh and joke, talk loud and, oh, is that the same New York Times that's said that Trump worked with Russia and the Russiagate scandal and then the court ruled that they have to give the Pulitzer Prize back? No, that's not what happened. But carry on, sir.
That got a Pulitzer Prize for false reporting on the Russiagate. Is it the same organization?
I got to check my Pulitzer account.
It is. I think the judge just ruled against the New York Times for their lies about the Russiagate hoax, and that they might have to give back that Pulitzer Prize. That New York Times. Let's move on.
Okay, then next question. I got one for.
Okay, let's move on.
Think we might have hit a sore spot with Elon Musk. Here he is completely melting down in the Oval Office when Fox News' Peter Ducey tried to ask him about a New York Times report detailing his alleged drug use in his time on the Trump campaign. And watching Musk frantically deflect may offer some insight into the accuracy of this story. The Times detailed Musk's consumption of ketamine that, quote, went well beyond occasional uses and his alleged use of ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms. According to the report, which cited private messages and interviews with more than a dozen...
I just gotta pause it for a second because I want to tell y'all, I seen this report and I read this report and I seen that he had this use of ketamine and he played it down like it's really nothing. Oh, I use it for depression and I use it to help me get back to that. Man, this dude is a junkie. E-pills, psychedelic mushrooms. We don't know. He got Adderall. That's why he in there tweaked out. He's in there on one. That's probably why Trump let his ass, gave him his walking papers today.
People who know him, he was taking so much ketamine that it was affecting his bladder, a known side effect of chronic ketamine abuse. Musk traveled with the daily medication box that held about 20 pills, including ones with the markings of the stimulant Adderall, according to a photo of the box and people who have seen it. Quote, Mr. Musk has been using ketamine often, sometimes daily, and mixing it with other drugs, according to people familiar with his consumption. The line between medical use and recreation was blurry, troubling some people close to him. And this isn't the first glimpse into Musk's reported drug.
See? Y'all worried about Sean Diddy Puffy Combs' drug use with the pink cocaine and everything. Well, and guess what? At least he ain't in charge of DOGE or government money. You want a dope fiend in charge of your Social Security money and your Medicaid money and your government U.S. aid money and that's who y'all want in charge of your money. Tell you what you can do and can't do with your money. Tell you who can work in your country, government, and who can't. And he's an immigrant. But anyway, I digress. Let me get off my soapbox. Get back to this man here, Brian Tyler Cohen.
use,
You
having
know.
previously acknowledged using ketamine, but he's consistently downplayed it. In a March 2024 interview with Don Lemon, Musk said he only took a small amount of ketamine about once every 2 weeks as prescribed for depression. He said, quote,
Yep, March 2024. So that was last year. Elon Musk admits in an interview with Don Lemon that he uses drugs. Period.
if you use too much ketamine, you can't really get work done, and I have a lot of work.
You've admitted that you have a ketamine subscription. Prescription.
Yeah.
You do?
Prescription.
What's that for?
Well, I mean, it's pretty private to ask somebody about a medical prescription, you know.
I wanted y'all to hear this guy tell the interviewer that it was private to ask him about what he needed, why he needed his medicine. I agree. But now this is the same dude that's telling Americans about their medical records, women and their medical needs, vaccines, parents. He want to tell y'all about y'all's medical, but he don't even want you to know why he's getting Adderalls and ketamine and things, and he's in charge of your money. He work in the government, and you buying his cars, Teslas, man. Get out of here.
But I think it's something I'd say, like, there are times when I have
You don't want to say depression.
I don't know, like a negative chemical state in my brain, like depression, I guess, you know, or like depression that's not linked to any negative news, and then ketamine is helpful for getting one out of a negative frame of mind.
Wait a minute, because I got to digest that, what he just said. He said he had a chemical imbalance because he didn't want to say he was depressed. But then he goes on to say, depression is not linked to any negative news. So that man, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, listen.
So in fact, I generally, obviously I'm not a doctor, but I would say if someone has depression issues, they should consider talking to their doctor about ketamine instead of SSRIs.
Listen,
Let's listen again.
Well, listen.
Not linked to any negative news.
And depression is not linked to any negative news. What the fuck that got to do with the price of tea in the Netherlands?
I think it's something I'd say, like, there are times when I have I don't know, like a negative chemical state in my brain, like depression, I guess.
Negative
or
like depression.
Depression that's not linked to any negative news, and then ketamine is helpful.
He doesn't have the depression
getting one out of a negative frame of mind.
Kind of depression.
Well, listen.
In fact, I generally, obviously I'm not a doctor, but I would say if someone has depression issues, they should consider talking to their doctor about ketamine instead of SSRIs.
Listen, I think that ketamine and drug therapy is increasingly becoming more in the mainstream.
Yeah.
So, but you have admitted you have a ketamine prescription.
ketamine,
That's
too.
why I asked you about it. I don't want to get into something personally.
Instead of
So,
SSRIs.
do you think you're doing it under a doctor's care, right?
Yeah. Literally a prescription from an actual, a real doctor.
This dude is a liar,
Yeah.
man.
But do you feel like
he
you're
don't have
ever
no problem
abusing?
telling lies, so I don't think he getting
I don't
the
think
script.
so.
But
I
according
think
to
he's
the
just
Times
getting it with his
investigation,
money.
that was apparently not too honest. They found that he, quote, developed a far more serious habit, and people familiar with his drug use said that he was taking it often, sometimes daily, and mixing it with other drugs. So when Musk told Don Lemon that he was only taking a small amount every 2 weeks for medical reasons, it seems that he wasn't telling the truth. But when he said that you can't get work done if you use too much ketamine, that may have been him being honest. Granted, alleged drug use can have major implications as it relates to government contracts. Elon, of course, owns SpaceX, which has massive contracts with the U.S. government and handles classified information. And he was also running DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, with access to sensitive government operations as well. According to the Times, Musk was even alerted in advance when random drug testing was scheduled at his company, SpaceX. Think about that for a minute. The CEO of a major government contractor was allegedly getting advance warning about drug tests so that he could avoid getting caught, which is a story worth telling. But instead of addressing these serious concerns and these allegations, Musk's strategy was to attack the messenger here.
Filibuster.
His entire response in the Oval Office was to discredit the New York Times by immediately bringing up their Pulitzer Prize for Russia coverage. And that is right out of the Trump playbook. When faced with damaging reporting, just attack the...
But he didn't just bring up the New York Times and their Pulitzer Prize they won for the Russia reporting. No. He told a lie about a court case where the judge just ruled, that's what he said, the judge just ruled against the New York Times for the fake Russiagate reporting, and they might have to give their Pulitzer Prize back. But after I did my research, I see that Trump did sue the New York Times, and he lost, and he had to pay the New York Times legal bills. Now, what are we talking about? We talking about old lying ass Elon and his tweaking ass ketamine addiction. Man, Elon on dick, dope, and dynamite. And he's poking on his counterpart's wife. What's dude's, man? This dude is, Elon is poking on his friend's wife. And it ain't the first time. Why Elon always fucking on his friends' wives? Not to say that the guy whose wife he took now was a friend of his, but he does work closely with him in the government. The guy that I'm speaking of is a major Trump supporter.
Scream fake news as loud as you can and then hope that people forget the actual allegations here. But notice what Musk didn't do. He didn't deny the reporting. He didn't say this is false or I wasn't using drugs. He just attacked the Times and demanded that Peter Doocy move on, which of course the Fox News reporter did. But look, to be perfectly honest here.
Okay, so we gonna go to my next clip, which shows why he got that black eye, or how he got that black eye, or what's with the black eye. We're gonna let y'all hear it from Elon Musk's mouth. His black eye. Yeah, let me see. Which one was it? Oh, snap. I had it. Let me see. Oh, man. Oh, is this it? No, that's not it.
Well, it's a very
That's his black eye, though. He's showing the black eye.
The Wall Street Journal has dropped a bomb about Elon Musk's love life, reporting that the Tesla founder had a brief affair with close friend Sergey Brin's wife. The Google
See, that's him poking on his friend's wife.
The Wall Street...
Nope, that's not it. We just seen that one. Let me see. Is this it?
Wow, Elon Musk and Donald Trump just held a disastrous press conference in the Oval Office. The purported purpose of this press conference was that Elon's time working for the government would now officially come to an end, but Donald Trump stated during this press conference that Elon is really not leaving. Also notable, Elon has a black eye, which was very noticeable during this disastrous press conference. Listen to Trump say Elon is not leaving during a press conference where Elon claims to be leaving. leaving. Play this clip.
So they're not leaving. And Elon's really not leaving. He's going to be back and forth, I think. I have a feeling.
He's going to be back
it's,
and forth.
It's his baby,
He can
and
feel
I
it.
think he's going to be doing a lot of things. But Elon's service to
Trump can
America has
feel it.
been without comparison in modern
here we
history. He's
go.
already...
Here we
I
go.
said,
There it is.
Go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did.
There it
Turns
is.
out even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
He wants you to believe.
X could do it.
Elon wants you to believe that his 5-year-old son gave him a black eye. Have y'all ever been hit by a 5-year-old kid? Yeah, they don't hit hard enough to bruise an apple. No, they don't. So we know this guy's but I just showed y'all that this dude is a compulsive liar. He don't mind that. So let's get into it. Let's see. Where do we start it?
And Elon Musk appeared to be high as hell. I have that video for you too.
He was high.
And the New York Times, on top of this, I mean, you really can't make this stuff up.
Everybody's
When all
reporting
this
on
was
this
happening,
shit, but
black
not
guy,
us.
Elon Musk appearing
Look at
really
his
high.
eye,
New
though.
York Times
Look at his
yesterday
eye, though.
released this article that says on the campaign
He wants you to believe his
Elon
kid
Musk
did a
juggled
baby.
drugs and family
Look, he didn't say his
drama.
12-year-old
Details
son.
Elon
He
Musk's,
said his
alleged drug use
5-year-old
and has some
kid.
leaked text messages
I let him
from
hit me
Elon
as
that
hard
make
as I
him look
could.
really bad.
As hard
So
as
let's
he
look at this
could.
article, and then I have Elon Musk's reaction to it right after. Mr. Musk's drug consumption went well beyond occasional use. He told people he was taking so much ketamine, a powerful anesthetic, that it was affecting his bladder. Oh my God. How much drugs you have to be doing that you can't pee? A known effect of chronic use. He took ecstasy and...
Oh, ecstasy and mushrooms, man. This dude on ecstasy, mushrooms. Dick, dope, and dynamite this dude is on. Elon Musk. Dick, dope, and dynamite. He got boxing. Man, this fool keep pill. Just like they say, Diddy's people kept pill. So is this gonna be a RICO case? Is this a RICO with Elon and them and Trump and all of them at the White House? Because they know this dude is getting high every day. High as a giraffe's ass. But nobody minds. Matter of fact, they probably just keep the shit on tap at the White House for him. You know? Wild. But it's okay. It's okay.
psychedelic mushrooms, and he traveled with a daily medication box that held about 20 pills, including ones with the markings of the stimulant Adderall, according to a photo of the box and the people who have seen it. And it looks like that box was with him when he was in DC, because the video I'm going to show you is stunning. There's also detail here where his ex Grimes, who he has a relationship or had a relationship with and have a 5-year-old son with, known as X. I don't know what Elon Musk's obsession with that letter is, but
X.
Apparently, and you might remember this, Elon Musk took X everywhere.
Look at his kid. Look at his son. This who he wants y'all to believe gave him a black eye.
What his mother's wishes were, which is this. Grimes has privately complained that the appearances violate a custody settlement in which she and Mr. Musk agreed to try to keep their children out of the public eye, according to people familiar with her concerns and the provision, which has not been
so the
previously
ex
reported.
the
She
ex
told
was
people
mad that
she worries with the boy's
that he
safety
had
and
the
that
boy
frequent travel and sleep deprivation
on the camera that
are
day
harming
at
his
the
health.
press
Yeah,
conference.
well, you might remember.
Of course,
this
Elon Musk probably did it on
black
purpose
eye. Well,
to piss
I
his
would be worried too
his
if I were
ex-wife
Grimes,
off.
because this was what Elon Musk's
That's what they do.
answer was for why he got
Okay, here we
a
go.
black eye. And tell me if this makes sense to you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask quickly, Mr. Musk, is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't anywhere near France, so.
I wasn't anywhere near. What?
I didn't notice
This
it.
dude
First
is.
Lady of France.
I didn't notice it.
I didn't
At
notice
first.
So,
I didn't notice it.
yeah, no.
Trump's with his
Oh my
weenie
God, so he
ass.
made a joke because
Trump with his weenie
the
ass.
French,
I didn't even
Prime
notice
Minister
it.
got
Now
snapped
you
in the
did.
face
Now
by
you
his
see
wife
it.
and Canada, which
They see
is
it.
pretty funny.
What
He's
kind of
not-
lie y'all
what
got
happened to
for
the
it?
Prime Minister
He
was
had
was
he had to
stupid
think of
joke.
one.
And I said, "Go ahead, punch me in the face," and he did. It turns out even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was accident.
Why would you tell your 5-year-old son to punch daddy in the eye. Where they do that at? Like, what? Y'all just heard it out of Elon's mouth. You know, the genius. I always get these dudes talking about how Elon is a genius because he created SpaceX. Y'all, they don't even realize how stupid that. Do they know that NASA existed first? Do they know that NASA been going into space for the past umpteen some years? What the fuck is wrong with these people that they act like they don't know history or they don't know facts? NASA was the first to go there, all right, to space. You even got cosmonauts in Russia. China has a space astronauts, has a space force or a space department. Okay, so to say that Elon Musk invented a way to go to space shows how stupid you are. Every ship that rocket that Elon has made ain't made it out of the atmosphere, you dumb motherfuckers. No, so that don't make him a genius. It makes him a man trying to innovate something that has already been created. He ain't created shit. Just like the people at Tesla say, we had a prototype before he got there. He joined us when we were in the middle of our prototype, and that's when Tesla was finally built. But they already had the prototype. So once again, he didn't invent or start Tesla either. But that's neither here nor there. What is it with a guy who makes up shit like that? I don't know. Who cares? But this motherfucker just told you that he told his 5-year-old son, go ahead, punch daddy in the eye. He doesn't say why he did it. He just tells you that he did that. This motherfucker. But he also wants you to know. Yeah, if you here's a bitch ass Trump. If you knew his son, you would know that he could do it. The fuck up, because he told you that you wasn't president. Anyway, why would you tell your son to punch you in the face? In the face, in the eye, in the mouth. Your kids don't supposed to hit you. Hit parents, mommy or daddy. You don't do that, right? Okay. Anyway.
First lady of France. I didn't know this.
He was nowhere near France.
So he made a joke
either.
Because the French prime minister got smacked in the face by his wife on camera, which is pretty funny. He's not funny. What happened to the prime minister was a stupid joke.
And I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did. Turns out even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did it? X could do it. If you knew X,
I saw his mom right now. But I didn't really feel much at the time, and then I guess it bruises up. But I just watched him around with the kids.
I didn't notice it, actually.
Yeah, so Elon Musk says that he told his son to punch him in the face.
Trash,
Do you believe
bro.
that? I mean, I don't have children,
I don't believe
so I don't
it.
know.
I have children.
Can a 5-year-old punch you so hard
I
that
have
you lose
nieces,
it? Perhaps.
nephews, cousins.
Someone else said
You know
here,
what? Oh,
this is a
Stephen
black
Miller.
guy delivered
That's
by
the
someone
dude's
who
name.
can't throw a punch. And
Stephen
Stephen Miller's
Miller.
wife just left him for Elon Musk. Also, Stephen Miller is left-handed. Probably unrelated. So, yeah, if you're right-handed
So they think
and you're
Stephen
punching
Miller
someone, you would hit them
punched him
here, but if you're
because he's
left-handed,
poking on his
you would hit them-
wife. He's
Makes
poking on
sense to me.
Stephen Miller.
We're just saying.
wife.
Further on
Yeah.
in this report, it details his drug use, and it says here that Elon Musk plays video games for hours on end. Well, nothing wrong with that. I do that. Did that last night. About to do that this afternoon. Nothing wrong with that. But he
What
struggles
genius
with binge eating, according to people
spends
familiar with the habit,
all
and
night
takes weight
playing
loss
video
medication.
games?
And he posts day and night on the
None.
social media platform X. And he also
That I know of.
said that he takes a small amount of ketamine, about once
That
every
was a
2 weeks
joke
as prescribed
that I got
for
from
negative
France.
moods. And he said if you use
or
too
excuse me,
much ketamine, you can't really
the
get
Netherlands.
work done. And I have a lot of work. But it said here,
This motherfucker
he has actually
crazy,
developed
bro.
a far more serious habit. Mr. Musk has been using ketamine often, sometimes daily, and mixing it with other drugs, according to people familiar with his
But that's
consumption.
okay, though.
The line between medical use and recreation was
This who
blurry,
y'all got
troubling
in
some
charge of
people
y'all
close to
money.
him. He also took ecstasy and
Y'all don't
psychedelic
mind.
mushrooms at a private
Ooh,
gathering
y'all
across the
don't
United
even
States
care.
and in at least one other country,
Yeah.
according to those who
Long as
attended. So those are people
Obama
who
ain't got,
actually know. And I'm
no,
telling you,
what's
this is
the,
how the New
long
York
as,
Times reports things. You
long
may
as
have been on the other
Kamala
side
don't
of
get it.
some reporting from actual news organizations is
Yeah.
they actually have to
Kamala
fact check
them
things.
got it.
So not only are
But
they talking to one
ketamine,
person,
dude.
they're talking to 3 other people that know that one person to make sure that what they're saying is correct. So they will not put this in here, especially with Elon Musk and his billions and billions of dollars, unless it is 100% verified. And so it
Period.
also kind of is verified here because I posted this yesterday on Twitter, and Elon Musk really did go out the way that he came in, which is high as hell. This
Right.
top video here is Elon Musk at Trump's inauguration, and this
Right.
is him yesterday, clearly on something.
It's a case we win. Who cares who that case? We have the right to
Ooh,
make
that
mistakes. We're not gonna
motherfucker,
make
boy,
any
he be
grants like
tweaked
that.
out, zoning.
I don't think Harvard's been acting very nicely. I think Columbia wants to get to the bottom of the problem. They've acted very well. And there are other institutions too that are acting, but Harvard's trying to be a big shot.
Harvard told Trump. Fuck
That is
you.
very strange, especially this bottom one. My God, this is from yesterday.
Case we win. Who cares who that case? Because we have the
This
right
is
to make
crazy.
grants. We're not going to make any grants like that. But I don't think Harvard's been acting very nicely. I think Columbia wants to get to
Harvard
the bottom
hasn't been acting
That
very
is
nice.
Very weird. Very weird.
All right,
So,
man,
yeah, I
that's
think this
it.
New York Times
That's
reporting
it.
is accurate.
That's
There's
it, man.
also some text
Oh,
messages
is it?
that leaked that just really give Elon Musk's grandiose personality a clear indication.
Okay,
It says here,
we'll
"There
let
are at
him-
least
we'll let
half
him
a
show
dozen
us the text
initiatives of significance to take me down," he said in a text message. "The Biden administration views me as the number 2 threat after Trump." So basically alleging here that the Biden administration is going to try to do something to Elon Musk.
Biden
He
is
also
gone,
can't be
bro.
president, but I can help
And he
Trump
got
defeat
canceled
Biden,
now.
and I will. He also went on to say, "I'm feeling more optimistic after tonight." This is when Elon Musk went on stage with Trump for the first time, where he jumped up and down like an idiot. He also said, "Tomorrow we unleash the anomaly in the Matrix. This is not something on the chessboard, so they will be quite surprised," Musk added about an hour later. "Lasers from space. Whatever the hell that..."
I get it. I already get it. I already got it. He was saying tomorrow we gonna steal the election like the Biden administration did with the space lasers from space. Now US space lasers stole the election. Well, that next day, Elon announced he would give $1 million to whoever voted for Trump. Y'all don't think that swayed the election, tipped it at all? It don't matter. But I would say that offering people money to vote, I don't know if it's illegal or not. They said it was illegal, but it don't matter. They did it. Trump won. He's president. He's doing shit. He's doing it the way he want. So all I want to say is, when we wake up 4 years from now and everything is still fucked up for you Americans, I don't want to hear the Democrats wouldn't let Trump do his thing. Because he's damn sure doing his thing, man. And his thing is getting himself rich. And that's it. And him and Elon done just bumped heads. Now they gonna still talk and, get money together. But this was kind of public embarrassment for Elon. Having Trump tell the world that he's leaving. Trump felt sorry for him and said, Elon is leaving, but he's not really leaving. I can feel that he'll be back. What do you mean you can feel it? Man, I'm out of here, man. Billy Badass Butter TV, man. This is dope-head ass Elon Musk tweaking and geeking, and it's all right. It's all right with y'all. But Diddy, but that damn Diddy had too much drugs on him. Wow. Boy, double standards out here, man. So, here we go. That's it, man. We out.